They laughed at him. Not just a few people, but almost everyone around him. The whispers were loud, the jokes were harsh, and the internet memes spread like wildfire. The once respected name of Cristiano Ronaldo had become the center of mockery. People pointed at his tired face, his slow movements, and his unhealthy lifestyle. Some said the legend was finished. Others said he had lost the discipline that once made him unstoppable. What many didn't realize was that this painful moment would become the beginning of one of the most powerful transformations ever imagined. At the start of this fictional AI story, Ronaldo was far from the athlete the world admired. Years of neglecting his health had taken their toll. His diet was poor, his workouts had stopped, and the once chiseled body that dominated football fields around the world had turned weak and sluggish. The mirror showed a man who barely resembled the superstar fans once cheered for in packed stadiums. Critics didn't hold back. Social media exploded with comments saying the legend had fallen. Some people even questioned whether the name Ronaldo still deserved respect. For someone who once lived and breathed discipline, hearing these words was devastating. Ronaldo had spent his entire life proving doubters wrong. From his humble beginnings in Madeira to becoming one of the greatest footballers in history, he had always used criticism as fuel. But this time felt different. The laughter seemed louder. The disappointment seemed heavier. For a brief moment, even he wondered if the world might be right. One evening, after another day of ridicule online, Ronaldo sat alone in silence. The room was dark except for the faint glow of his phone screen. Video clips of people mocking his appearance and condition played repeatedly. Each comment felt like a punch. But somewhere deep inside, something began to wake up. A small voice reminded him of the boy who once dreamed of greatness, the boy who trained endlessly while others slept. That voice asked a simple but powerful question: are you really finished, or are you just getting started again? The next morning, something changed. Ronaldo woke up earlier than he had in months. The sun had barely risen, but he was already tying his running shoes. His body felt heavy, and his muscles ached after only a short jog. The distance he once ran easily now felt impossible. But instead of stopping, he kept moving. Every step was slow, painful, and exhausting, yet every step also carried a promise that this was the beginning of a comeback. The transformation didn't happen overnight. The first weeks were brutally difficult. Simple exercises felt like climbing mountains. Push-ups, sprints, and weight training left him completely drained. There were moments when quitting seemed easier than continuing. The voice of doubt whispered constantly, reminding him of the people laughing at him. But this time, Ronaldo used those voices as motivation. Every morning began with intense training. Long runs before sunrise tested his endurance. Strength workouts pushed his muscles to the limit. His diet completely changed as well. The junk food that once filled his kitchen disappeared, replaced by clean meals designed to rebuild his body. Water, protein, vegetables, and balanced nutrition became his daily routine. Slowly but surely, the transformation began. The mirror that once showed weakness started reflecting progress. The extra weight began disappearing. Muscles slowly returned. His posture grew stronger. The energy that had vanished months earlier started coming back. More importantly, his mindset transformed. Discipline replaced laziness. Focus replaced doubt. People around him began noticing the change. At first it was subtle, a little more energy, a slightly stronger physique. But over time, the difference became undeniable. The man who had once struggled to jog a short distance was now sprinting again. The athlete who had lost his motivation was now training harder than ever. The internet, which once mocked him, started reacting differently. New videos appeared showing his intense workouts and powerful determination. Fans who once doubted him began watching with curiosity. Could this really be the same Ronaldo people laughed at? Months passed, and the transformation became incredible. His body looked stronger than it had in years. The discipline that once defined his career had fully returned. Early mornings, strict nutrition, endless training sessions, and unwavering determination turned him into a symbol of resilience once again. But the real transformation wasn't just physical. It was mental. Ronaldo had rediscovered the mindset that made him great in the first place, the belief that hard work can overcome any obstacle. The laughter that once hurt him had become fuel. Every insult, every meme, every negative comment had pushed him further. Then came the moment that shocked everyone. One day, a video surfaced online showing Ronaldo during an intense training session. His speed, power, and strength looked unbelievable. The same people who once mocked him were now speechless. Comments flooded social media, but this time the tone was different. Instead of laughter, there was admiration. People wrote things like, "This is the most incredible comeback ever," and "Never underestimate someone with Ronaldo's mentality." The story spread quickly across the internet. Fans shared clips of his transformation journey, from the moment he was laughed at to the moment he stunned the world with his discipline and determination. The emotional impact of the story inspired millions. People who were struggling with their own challenges saw themselves in his journey. Students trying to improve their studies, athletes working to rebuild their fitness, and individuals fighting personal battles all found motivation in the same message: change is possible. What made this fictional story so powerful was its universal truth. Everyone experiences moments when others doubt them. Everyone faces times when life feels difficult or unfair. But the difference between giving up and rising again often comes down to one thing: the decision to try again. Ronaldo's journey in this AI-generated story represents the power of self-belief. It reminds us that even when the world laughs at you, the story isn't over. Mockery can become motivation. Failure can become a lesson. Weakness can become strength. The emotional core of the story lies in the idea that transformation always begins with a single decision. Ronaldo didn't wake up one day magically strong again. He started with small steps: a run, a workout, a healthier meal. Those small steps built momentum, and that momentum eventually created a powerful change. Discipline played a huge role in the transformation. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline keeps it going. Ronaldo followed a strict routine even on the days when he didn't feel like training. He showed up when it was difficult, when progress felt slow, and when doubt tried to return. This persistence is what ultimately shocked the world in the story. People expected him to stay weak. They expected the mockery to define him. Instead, he used it as fuel to become stronger than ever. By the end of the journey, the same people who once laughed were now applauding. The internet that once mocked him now celebrated him. The transformation wasn't just about proving others wrong, it was about proving to himself that he still had the strength to rise again. The story closes with Ronaldo standing confidently after months of relentless work. His body is strong, his mind is focused, and his determination is unbreakable. The journey from humiliation to triumph becomes a powerful reminder that true strength isn't just physical. It comes from resilience, discipline, and the courage to keep going when everything seems against you. In this AI-generated short film, the message is clear: your past doesn't define your future. No matter how many people doubt you, no matter how many times you fall, transformation is always possible if you refuse to quit. And sometimes, the very people who laugh at you today will be the same people who stand in awe of your comeback tomorrow. Flexed biceps fire.